Deryck Whibley, the iconic frontman of the Canadian rock band Sum 41, has stirred considerable intrigue with the publication of his memoir, Walking Disaster. In this candid narrative, Whibley opens up about his tumultuous past, including a particularly wild fling with socialite and media personality Paris Hilton. Their brief but intense romance reportedly blossomed in the early 2000s during a period characterized by excess and celebrity culture. The saga begins in 2003 at a Los Angeles nightclub, where Whibley and Hilton's paths crossed once again after their initial meeting at an MTV event a few years prior. In the dimly lit, vibrant atmosphere of the club, Whibley recalls the playful banter exchange between them, igniting a palpable chemistry. After a round of shots, they succumb to the allure of the night, engaging in passionate makeouts amidst the glitz and glamour of the star-studded venue. The scene was electric, with both of them caught up in the thrill of their surroundings and the intoxicating feeling of attraction. As the night progressed, they took a leap into the wild, heading to a lavish mansion in the Hollywood Hills, said to belong to an unnamed, aging, and out-of-work Hollywood producer. Upon arrival at the opulent residence, Whibley describes a surreal scene. They were greeted by a young woman in lingerie, appearing dazed and seemingly under the influence of heroin. This unsettling encounter set the stage for an evening that would spiral into debauchery. Inside the mansion, the atmosphere shifted as Hilton, unabashed and carefree, pulled out a small amount of cocaine. Whibley admits to partaking, describing his first experience with the drug as an eye-opening moment. He vividly recalls doing one bump of cocaine, which he characterized as the purest, most amazing blow he'd ever had in his entire life. Contrary to the typical effects associated with cocaine, he felt no jitteriness or racing heart. Instead, he experienced an overwhelming sense of euphoria, stating, "I just felt F-king incredible." Their night of indulgence continued into the early hours of the morning, with Whibley detailing how they embraced the high and the thrill of the moment. As they were leaving the extravagant party around 3 a.m., the rocker recalls being on the hood of the movie producer's vintage Porsche, engaging in passionate kissing with Hilton while under the influence. In a moment of heated spontaneity, Hilton's top came off, adding an element of intensity to the situation. Amid the chaos, Whibley notes that some of his bandmates were calling out to him, frustrated by how long he was taking to leave, highlighting the absurdity of the moment. Whibley further reveals that this whirlwind romance lasted approximately 6 months. Their connection sparked again just a week before he was set to embark on a Canadian tour, leading them to another extravagant gathering in the Hollywood Hills. This particular party took a more chaotic turn, as Whibley found himself in a back bedroom alongside Hilton, Byron McMacken from Pennywise, and Scott Weiland from Stone Temple Pilots. The four were reportedly engaged in a circle of drug use, consuming cocaine while engaged in animated conversation. The atmosphere took a sharp turn when the police unexpectedly arrived at the mansion, responding to a noise complaint that threatened to expose their reckless behavior. In a moment of panic, Whibley jumped up, desperately trying to hide the drugs, while Hilton remained seemingly unfazed, calmly stashing a significant amount of cocaine into her bag. Whibley's anxiety intensified as he grappled with the reality of their predicament. IF King panicked, jumping up to flush the drugs or hide or something, while Paris calmly cleared the mountain of coke into her bag. He felt trapped in the back room, acutely aware that they were all extremely high and facing the risk of legal repercussions. In a frantic attempt to devise a plan that could help them escape the situation without facing arrest, Whibley proposed a rather outrageous idea: they should all jump into the bed, get under the covers, and pretend to be involved in an orgy. The absurdity of the situation led them to believe that if the police entered and saw them in such a compromising position, they might assume they were simply gross sex freaks and leave them alone. Whibley later reflected on the situation, noting that their high state of mind made the plan seem like a brilliant escape route. Fortunately for the group, the police were primarily at the mansion for the noise complaint and ultimately did not investigate further. This allowed them to evade any serious legal troubles, but the experience marked a pivotal moment in Whibley's life. He paints a vivid picture of the chaos and thrill that characterized his relationship with Hilton, highlighting the reckless abandon they both exhibited during their time together. Whibley's escapades with Hilton didn't end after that incident. He claims that their wild drug-fueled adventures continued for several days. However, this lifestyle eventually took a toll on him, leading to a harrowing experience where he fell into a Xanax coma. He recalls that this dangerous episode caused him to miss the first show of his Canadian tour, describing a surreal scene where he found himself conked out in a Xanax coma next to Paris Hilton in some random person's house in the Hollywood Hills after partying with rock stars all night. This moment of reckoning was a stark reminder of the dangers associated with the lifestyle he was leading. In retrospect, Whibley's memoir offers a candid reflection on his past filled with indulgence and excess, It serves as both an entertaining recounting of his youthful exploits and a cautionary tale about the perils of substance abuse. After years of hard partying that nearly led to his demise, Whibley made the life-altering decision to embrace sobriety in 2014. He acknowledged that he was close to death due to the extensive substance abuse he had engaged in over the years. Through Walking Disaster, Whibley not only shares the details of his romantic entanglement with Hilton but also provides insight into the broader issues of addiction and the impact of celebrity culture on personal lives. His story is a reminder of the fleeting nature of fame and the often destructive paths that accompany it, especially for young artists caught in the whirlwind of rock and roll life. The memoir ultimately serves as a testament to his journey toward recovery and self-discovery, allowing readers to witness the transformation from a wild, carefree youth to a more grounded and sober individual who has learned from his past mistakes.